What's up, creepers and geekers? Chris the Atari Creep here, and I figured, what the heck, a while back, Mr. Paku decided to challenge me to give you an updated tour of the game room, and, I'm tired. I figured, what the heck, home early, and, there ain't nobody else home, and I just rearranged it, so now it actually feels like a game room, to me at least, and I'll try to give you the quickest tour possible. Filmed this a couple of times and it's gone over 30 minutes. And I just tried to film it a few minutes ago and I kept getting phone calls and it kept screwing up. So hopefully that's not going to happen. Let's see. I'll only point out real things of note here. But there's some trinkets and stuff. There's a model of the Mummy and Dracula. Painted them both. Dracula not so well. Mummy came out really well. Patriots football. And just other little wacky things I put up here. This right here, her name's Jane Voorhees. A local artist. She goes by the artist name Dirty Teacup. You should look her up. She does this thing. This is part of her villain series. And she, made her look like Jason, but a female version from the NES game. And here, if you can see it or not, I don't know. It says, "You and your friends are dead, game over." And there's an NES controller here, and there's an NES up there, and my girl, it was one of those buy two, get one free or something, so my girl picked out two and I got that one. Here's my loose Genesis and a couple of Intellivision cards. I don't have an Intellivision yet, but this came in a box. I figured I'd hang on to it in case I did get one for testing purposes. It's a placemat from Denny's I cut up. Nothing really to note here other than Truxton. This is one of the things, if you use this for your cartridges, it is kind of tough to get them out. So this will be kind of a pickups video. There's really only 4 things to note as far as that. So here we go. There's nothing really in here other than like Biohazard, Basil, both of the Vector Man, Zombies Ate My Neighbors, Decap Attack. That's a great game. I don't know if it got any acclaim or nothing back in the day, but whatever. Mario in his box, but look at him. I'm going to give you a, kind of a... That's not Mario. That's fucking Luigi with Mario's clothes on. I was looking at an actual Mario plushie the other day, and it looked nothing like him. That's fucking Luigi. He's an imposter. What the hell? But he is wearing a Jogo's Retro pin, so I guess I can forgive him for now. Then he's got his Fire Flower. And the box that he was in. Now, when I bought him, this box, he was the only thing in it, so I just brought the whole thing up and bought it. No, they didn't charge me for the box, so... Atari cartridges, nothing new there other than, what you've seen. As a matter of fact, most of them are still in a box. I need to find another shelf. Now, a while back, I found this exact shelf, but it was like 2 or 3 times as big. I didn't pick it up because, I'm stupid. So I have kind of an Atari cartridge dilemma right now, which is a fun one. So that should be moving around soon. And here's my TV and some of my Atari consoles. This is a bureau that was in the bedroom. And it was taking up space and not being utilized. So I figured it'd be perfect for exactly what I have it for. So, I got my TV there, my Atari Junior 5200. I got a Super Pong. I got a video pinball. You need to get one of these. I did a whole video on it. Scroll down and watch it. My sealed box Phoenix. Atari XE. I plan on doing a review of this thing, but I don't have a power supply. Nor do I have video games for it. With the exception of inside here, Missile Command is in there. So if you don't have a cartridge on and you hit the pastel little button, Missile Command will play. That's pretty cool. It came with a gun, it came with the joystick. It's basically your 2600 joystick, but with different color. So, and of course I got to represent Atari in big, bold poster form. So, of course, I'm utilizing the drawers. Here's a bunch of, this is mainly, I guess, Atari and Genesis stuff. Got some power supplies. This right here doesn't work. I mean, I know I mentioned that in my last pickup. I'm going to do what they call a micro switch conversion on this one. And I might even just paint it or do something weird with it. And I'll probably step you through that process, too, if you really give it a shit. I got a couple sets of paddles. I gotta watch where I'm pointing this camera. Just a bunch of stuff in here. Is there anything down here? No. Right here is more controllers. A Wiko trackball. Wiko Command trackball. And here's an official Atari one of the early ones. I got these because I really wanted to try Centipede and Missile Attack. Now, with Missile Attack, it works pretty well, either one of them. But, I mean, you go an analog into a digital system, so it doesn't translate well. And I'm pretty sure someone could be smart enough to put an attachment between the plug. Well, I know that's not the plug, but... and the system to make these kind of convert and work well. So somebody needs to get their smart ass onto that, because I love trackballs. And whether they work or not, I'm hanging on to them. And I'm going to collect the other ones, too. So, more controllers. Let's see, we got a GameStop Xbox controller. I probably got that at Goodwill, because I don't buy GameStop shit. Another Xbox. Got a couple of wireless Super Nintendo controllers, but I can't seem to find the receiver. Another Super Nintendo controller. This is a great controller if you got big hands. PlayStation 1 controllers. It's not PlayStation X, it's PlayStation 1. PlayStation X was a separate console altogether, made for helping people develop games. It's PlayStation 1. Just wanted to say that. Alright, so, there's that. Let's see what's down here. There's the box for my Retron 2. And this is more Atari cartridges that need to find a home. And let's see what we got in here. This is just a power supply. Look at the fucking size of this thing. I got big hands. Okay? Yeah, I'll put it on Pong. It's crazy. That's for my 5200. This is just a thing I printed up at work. It's 20 pages of Atari games and their variations. And it's basically a checklist, and I just haven't gone through it yet. Come back, come back. There we go. Let's see, what else? My entire NES collection, nothing really to note other than, and the other reason I'm going to mention Konami's, Contra, because it took me forever to get it, and there was a really cool story behind my quest for this game, but it disappeared. The whole video disappeared. I don't know if Nintendo got their hands on it, or Konami did, or somebody got pissed and that video disappeared. I never got notice of it. I just went to look for it to show somebody, and it was gone. So, whatever. If you missed it, you missed it. It was a cool story. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I got both Super Mario and Duck Hunt separately. Where is Duck Hunt? It should be, oh, it's up here. And the original Mario Brothers game. This is an awesome port. I played a lot of this on the Atari 2600, but this is probably, in my opinion, probably one of the best ones. I heard the one for that's pretty good, too. The cool thing about this system here is you can play all the computer cartridges that are shaped this way. All the way back to the 400, all the way up to this system. So, I can't wait to start collecting there. Let's see, we got just random disc games. And this is my only Dreamcast game. I hung on to it simply, one, because I heard it was a cool game. And two, when I get my Dreamcast fixed, and we'll get to that in a minute, because we're going to get to my Dreamcast, I need a game to test it with, and I just thought that was cool. Let's see, my box Genesis. You see this not half as much as there used to be. Only ones of real note are, let's see, Dragon's Fury is a really good one. The Death and Return of Superman, probably one of my favorite in the collection. Spinball is pretty cool. Sonic Spinball is awesome. Subterranea. Let's try to get it so you can see the fucking thing. If you can get past the mechanics of this thing, this is an awesome game. It has some kind of a weird gravity thing where you're constantly falling, and you got to use the buttons to thrust, and I don't know, it's kind of a cross between a spaceship shooter and asteroids and lunar lander, and it's frustrating at first, but once you get it down, I promise you'll have a blast with that game, okay? So look for it. It's called Subterranea. There's my PlayStation 1, not X, collection. You notice there's a lot less there now, too. There's really nothing much to note here as well. Maybe Destruction Derby Raw. That's a great game. Dukes of Hazzard. I have a story about this game. I heard it was coming out, and I waited and waited and waited and waited and waited and kept going to a store. There's a store back home called Child World, and eventually I was able to get it, and I played the hell out of it. The cars are impossible to control in this, but once you play for a while, you figure it out. But great game. I beat it, and when I saw it again, I was like, I'm buying that, yoinks. Let's see. This is my entire Super Nintendo collection, minus 2, because they're in the box going to Canadians and Gafe. And let's see if I can see this. This is Batman Returns, if you can't see it. This was a gift for helping a friend. And he was selling a bunch of games, and I saw that and said, how much? And he said, well, you helped me out, so here, just take it. So I can't wait to plug that in. It's a great beat-em-up game. It's tough. Princess Zelda. Look how sexy she... Okay, I'm not going to go as far as say sexy, but, for an elf thing, she looks pretty cute. And there she is underneath her hero, Superman. That's right. Would you think that would rather have that than that little maggot wearing a green pointy... No, I don't think so. She wants that. Now, I'm moving on before I piss any more Zelda fans off. Kermit the Frog. Gotta have at least a Muppet in your game room. And a Pac-Man calendar. Once the year's end, this is going to Mr. Paku so he can take all these images and do what he wants with his shrine. His name was Jason. There's a DVD and Blu-ray. It's a documentary on Friday the 13th, and that poster came in it. End of story. Fuck it, we'll just go up here. These are my plug-and-plays. You're not going to really see too much new. I mean, that's fairly new, but you've seen it. That's fairly new, and you've seen it. And that's actually a pretty cool game. I got stuck in there a few times. Nothing really else to note here. I mean, this teddy bear my girl gave me when I was in the hospital. This is pretty cool. I was never a fan of Simon. I couldn't get past maybe level 4, 5 maybe. But this was at a Goodwill for $1, and I don't think anyone's ever played it. It's in perfect condition. I threw batteries in it, and it works just fine. So I said, fuck it. It's pretty cool. I'm taking it. So we'll come back over here. Is that 3D skull thing and my Necronomicon. Yes, they are three-dimensional. There's the Frankenstein's monster, not Frankenstein. There's the aliens. I think that's the queen. Look at all these arms. There's arms everywhere. I don't know. I don't even know where I got them. I think a friend gave them to me. This is my original Atari, minus its switches. If you notice, she became an organ donor for a good buddy of mine's video arcade that wasn't working. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The switches, there was like 2 or 3 of them snapped off. And because the board, the main motherboard on this thing wasn't working, I said, you know what? I'm going to get her to live through someone else's pleasure. So, that sounded dirty. Through someone else's enjoyment. So, I pulled it out of here, put it in his, and he's been playing his ever since. And I am okay with that. He has a little card that Denny's had on their tables, kind of like, where the salt and peppers are or whatever. And it said Atari, so I took it. And there's a joystick here that just doesn't work very well. It probably needs a conversion too, but I'm giving it purpose now. 1981 Pac-Man a patch. A buddy of mine, I was helping his mom move. They found that in the mix. And he was like, hey, dude, this is mine as a kid. Go ahead and take it. You're really into this stuff. And let's see, we got a Pac-Man and a Space Invaders. Little toy candy arcade dealio. That one doesn't really have a shaky sound. Neither does that one, but this one does. This is the same kind of idea, except it's an Atari joystick, and it, it wibbles and it wobbles. And I hope they come out with more stuff like this. I've only seen the 2. But I hope they come out with more, because I would love to put little action figures and make like a little arcade, and that'd be so rad. Another Frankenstein monster head. It's ceramic. It's not a mask. Everyone keeps saying it's a fucking mask. It's not a mask. Not that I'm really mad about that, but... Alright, Dreamcast. If you watched my very first video, the one where everything was like this sideways, I mentioned that there's a fuse resistor that pops in these things, and it's very common. I still haven't replaced it. I don't know why. It's not that expensive. It's not hard. You open up the thing with a couple of screws, and there it is. You hit it with solder twice, you pull it out. You hit it with solder twice, you put it in. Done. It doesn't take but 20 minutes. It tops. And that's if you stop and get a drink. So, I'm just lazy, and I can't wait to play that thing. Next, another pickup. This is, now see, I kind of wish I didn't have the light going here. Let me see if I can't block it without my thumb getting in the way. So you can see, yeah. Sega Genesis. It's an official deal, made obviously by a third party. And I've seen these for Atari products and other, even Nintendo had one. I just didn't know Genesis had one. But I saw this in a store, and I was already going to trade in a game a game I didn't want. I knew it would get me a few bucks. I was going to trade in for a game that I would play. And I saw that behind the counter, and like the whole world stopped, and like I heard tires screeching in my brain. It was like, ah! And I ended up coming home with it. And I got my Model 1. Oh, take that. Oh, you dirty bitch. Oh, sorry. A couple controllers, your power supplies and shit go underneath here. The one thing I will note, I did try to put a Model 1 in here, and it didn't seem to work very well. Maybe I just wasn't placing it properly. But by design, I believe it was for the Model 1. So it's an older unit. It's pretty cool. And other than Truxton, this fucker is like my highlight. The reason I'm reopening it is because I got this controller too. Yeah, it's a Genesis controller. It's a 6-button, 4 are here. There's 2 here. And it's got these really neat curves. I want to paint it. I might go with some kind of a sparkly deal. Alright, good enough for government work. Let me close it. Gotta move on. We're already at 16 minutes. God damn it. Retron 2, it's the only thing I have to play NES on. It does what it does. At least I use the original controller. My Super Nintendo. And this is my GameCube with the Game Boy adapter. And my Superman controller. It's an Xbox with the original Xbox controller, that big fat fuck. 2 PlayStations. One of them technically doesn't belong to me because, if you remember correctly, I got that one with the 3 AV ports sticking out of it. And that top one was supposed to be trade-in for it. Buddy on buddy, it's not like a store. I just haven't been around to give it to him yet. And I have a third one, which you just watched me take apart, and I'm going to paint it. Alright, I got a couple of busts guarding the world here. They're from my haunted attraction days. It's my guitar. Miss Betty Page. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. If you don't have a pin-up on your wall, we can't be friends. Come on. Cheesecake and pin-up is great. I've been a fan of this since I was a little kid, so I love this shit. And that's it. I just like Betty for what she represented and when she represented it. I think she was a pioneer, and she was definitely very brave for what she did. And then it turns out she was a devout Christian afterwards. So, everybody wins. Let's see. That came from a red box. Great story. I'll let you figure out whether it's stolen or not. Lord Vader. Guarding everything. Look how vigilant that fucker is. He's looking right at that door. Good for you, Vader. You're a good guy. There's my 1986 World of Wonders laser tag gun. Still works. That right there is a lightsaber I put together using found parts. I told myself, build something for under $10. For some reason, lightsaber came to mind. It's not the greatest looking lightsaber hilt, but I did it for under $10. And I'm proud of it, and that's the only one I have displayed right now. And if you can figure out what that is, tell me. Tell me down below. What do you think that came from? Oh, shit! It fell. Stupid gravity. There are a handful of people who get it right away, and most people are like, I have no idea. Let's see, we got a little Anakin here. Shit goes blue. You put the Vader mask and all that, that turns red.
You underestimate my power!
And you don't have to listen to him whine. You actually hear James Earl Jones with the mask on. And, hold on.
I am becoming more powerful.
No, you ain't. You're an idiot. Until he puts this stuff on. This right here is Mr. Canadian Zangief's prize box. Now, buddy, I hope you're watching this. I'm doing this on purpose. I'm not forgetting you. I'm waiting for one more thing to come into the mail. I'm putting it in there, and I'm shipping it out, okay? Let's see, a TV stand. Yeah, I haven't forgotten you, but I promise. If I don't get that thing before the end of this week, which obviously we're not going to get anything tomorrow, but it'll go out early next week, okay? There's my Fiji mermaid. Yay! Look how cool that thing is. I just had that art show, and he's the only thing I took out of the car. The rest of it's in the trunk. I do have a Genesis on the bed, but the bed, you know, that belongs to Mr. Paku Paku. I had to pick it up for him because he wasn't able to get to that place, so whatever. Window that's covered up until I can get a proper shade for it. The bed's in here because this is actually a guest room. My girlfriend's daughter used to come visit, but she doesn't come as much anymore, so I fill it with this crap. My toy van collection, I'm trying to make this as quick now. This doesn't even scratch the surface as to how many I have. And yes, that is the same shelf that my Atari games are on, but I didn't paint this one. Hopefully I'll get the rest of them here, and you'll get to see all 2 bazillion toy vans I have. I know, I'm horrible. Guitar. It's my dad's guitar, and he passed away in 06 of Alzheimer's. He was only 64, which was bizarre, but whatever. And that's the only constant in my life, you know, no matter how many evil ex-girlfriends I've had or wives, none of them fuck with this. I always end up getting this back somehow, because they know I will fucking murder for that one. So, and, you know, I'm not even kidding. It's the only thing I really got left of the old man, and I loved him to death. So, you know what? That's you, Dad. Okay, so this is a closet, and because this is a spare room, this is basically a catch-all. Stupid Christmas tree. Alright, let's see. We got Dave Ellison, signed poster. Met him at a Guitar Center. Shook my hand. He's my best friend. Friday the 13th. This is the original movie poster, but it's like on wood. The Blockbuster used to sell these things. You can get these at the mall, too. But this one was on mad sale because of a scratch down here. There it is. An ex-girlfriend gave it to me, and you know, it goes up wherever I go. There's the motorcycle frame. It hasn't had much done to it other than the swing arm is now missing. It's actually back there. The guy who was going to help me do a lot of the welding, he moved his shop, so I'm just waiting for that to finish up, and the frame will be done. And it'll just be a matter of getting parts and stuff with that cash that I got from you guys on GoFundMe.com. And if you haven't seen or heard of the GoFundMe.com, I'll put a link to it somewhere. Or you can just look for my video, The Atari Creep Needs Help. My goal was $3,000, I think, and I've gotten $100 so far. And I'm pretty stoked about that. That's going to get me the tank I wanted and a couple other things. I had ordered a tank, and it never came in, so I ended up getting a refund. So, whatever. Hyman and a small tack welder, and now we're back at the door. So, guys, this has gone a lot longer than I was kind of hoping it would. Oh, that light sucks. And my dog's barking at the door. I don't know why he barks at the door. Like, good people come to the door, like pizza delivery guys. I mean, I know he's a German Shepherd and he's supposed to protect shit, but shut up. Alright, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this quick little look at my game room. I know if you've been around for a while, there's a lot that you're used to seeing that's not there. And there's a few new things here and there. This room makes me smile. I mean, it actually feels like a joint where I can come in. Now, I don't have my chair here. The chair's out in the living room because we had somebody over. But, yeah, I just come in, I plug whatever system into this. It's so easy. And it's displayed like a display. It's no longer just a mess of plastic just hanging on weird shelves just wherever the fuck I can put it. So, guys, I still need ideas on that PlayStation. I got it primed in black right now. It's all black. So please tell me. I need help. I had a couple ideas, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off. So if you really... What do you think about when you think PlayStation and custom? And stay away from Resident Evil. I've already gotten a few of those. So that's it, guys. Until next time, I'm hopefully going to be doing a review of something, and then we're going to go back to the PlayStation. And happy Thanksgiving tomorrow for all you folks who are going to be eating and drinking and having a good time with your family, you know, because you always fight during Thanksgiving. And then you're all going to go out like knuckleheads and start spending a shitload of money on people you hardly ever see the next day. And you're going to be fighting and groveling, and I'm going to be home. Because I don't care. But with all that said, guys, tomorrow's a really great holiday. Spend it with your family and loved ones. Give them all a big hug and kiss for me. If you get a cute sister, grab her ass, you know, while you're hugging her. Say, hey, that's from the Atari Creep. And that's it. That's it, guys. So be safe. Like I always say, accidents don't take holidays, guys. Don't drink and drive, and don't do stupid shit. So, guys, until next time, my throat's drying out. Watch this. I'm going to choke to death. I want you guys to take care, and bye-bye.